You drill a perfect technique in class but freeze when a real attack comes. The problem isn't your effort, it's how you train. Here's the science of adaptation. Start with isolated conditions. This means one specific attack from a set distance and angle, repeated until the response becomes automatic. You are not mindlessly repeating, you are ingraining cause and effect. At MCMA, we call this basic skill development. You learn to recognize which arrangement of biomechanical and combative elements requires which precise response. For example, a straight punch from mid-range demands a specific cover and counter. You drill it until you can execute without thinking. This builds perfect pattern recognition for individual scenarios. Without this foundation, you cannot move forward. Master the isolated condition first. Once isolated conditions are solid, you introduce variable conditions. Now you face multiple known scenarios in sequence, a high strike, then a takedown attempt. The challenge shifts from repetition to discernment. You must quickly identify which condition is present and access the correct solution. This develops the ability to reset and reevaluate between engagements, a skill most martial arts overlook. At MCMA, we use structured partner drills called ISD training to progress through these variables. You learn to transition smoothly from one response to the next. This is where you start thinking like a strategist, not just a technician. Random conditions are the ultimate test. You face any attack from your known series in unpredictable order. No patterns to anticipate. You must adapt in real time. This mirrors the chaos of real violence while providing a framework to navigate it successfully. You continuously process incoming data, categorize it against known conditions, and execute appropriate responses. This is where you transform from a technician to a strategist. At MCMA, we push you into random application drills. You learn to stay calm and analytical under pressure. The uncertainty that creates fear in others becomes just another problem to solve. What makes this progression effective is that you are not just memorizing techniques for specific conditions. You learn to understand the elemental composition of each scenario. When facing a random attack, you analyze what combative elements of timing and distance are present. What biomechanical elements reveal the opponent's structure and limitations? Which psychological elements indicate their intent? This elemental understanding lets you generate effective responses even to attacks you have never specifically trained for. You move from surface-level pattern memorization to deep principle comprehension. That is the difference between a practitioner who knows techniques and one who understands violence. Our curriculum follows this exact progression. Start with mechanics and basic skill development. Master your own biomechanics and learn elemental responses to isolated conditions. Then move to ISD training, structured partner drills that progress through variable conditions, building discernment and fluid transitions. Finally, random application. Test your skills against unpredictable attacks, developing the calm, analytical approach that defines a true combative practitioner. This systematic approach ensures you develop adaptive intelligence for real-world self-defense. Your confidence is not based on hope, it is based on proven performance across the full spectrum of combative conditions. Master the isolated, discern the variable, adapt to the random. That is the path from simple to complex. Train with purpose.